25 hidden underground cities they don't want you to know about. Have you ever imagined what lies beneath your feet right now? For thousands of years, humans have been building entire civilizations underground, not just basements or subway tunnels, but complete cities with homes, schools, churches, and thousands of residents. The modern world has revealed secrets that governments, archaeologists, and even entire nations have tried to keep hidden. Join us as we reveal 25 hidden underground cities they don't want you to know about. What you're about to discover will change how you think about the ground beneath every major city, from military installations that could house entire governments to ancient labyrinths that protected civilizations from invaders. These underground worlds prove that there's far more happening below us than above. Number 1. The nuclear nightmare beneath Beijing. What if I told you that beneath China's capital lies a massive underground city built for 6 million people? It's called Cheng, constructed during the Cold War as the ultimate nuclear bunker. Back in the 1960s, Chairman Mao ordered this subterranean metropolis, fearing nuclear war with the Soviet Union. The complex stretches 85 square kilometers beneath Beijing and reaches 18 meters underground. In fact, it contains over 10,000 rooms connected by tunnels wide enough for vehicles, making it one of the largest underground bunker systems ever built, complete with hospitals, schools, factories, and even roller skating rinks. For millions of Beijing residents above, most never knew this massive shelter existed directly beneath their feet. Can you imagine living your entire life not knowing a city larger than Manhattan existed right beneath you? Number 2. Australia's underground opal kingdom. How in the world did an entire Australian town move underground and stay there for over a century? It's called Coober Pedy, unlike anywhere else on Earth. Back in 1915, a 14-year-old boy discovered opals in this remote outback location, sparking a mining rush that created something extraordinary. The town houses 1,600 permanent residents living almost entirely underground, 10 meters beneath the surface, where temperatures remain 24 degrees year-round. The underground homes cost 80% less than surface buildings and never need air conditioning despite outside temperatures reaching 50 degrees C, making it one of the most unique climate adaptations in the world, complete with underground churches, hotels, museums, and even a golf course with no grass. Would you trade sunshine for survival in this underground opal kingdom? Number 3. Turkey's ancient 20,000-person fortress. Have you ever imagined a city that could hide 20,000 people from invading armies? It's called Derinkuyu, carved entirely from volcanic rock using only hand tools back in the 8th century BC. The city plunges 85 meters deep, deeper than a 25-story building turned upside down. In fact, it contains 18 distinct levels connected by narrow tunnels sealed with 500-kilogram stone doors. The ventilation system includes 52 air shafts providing fresh air to every level. For 20,000 people taking refuge here, it meant survival during Arab raids and religious persecution. Families could live underground for months, completely invisible to surface threats. Can you imagine the claustrophobia of 20,000 people living in complete darkness for months? Number 4. Montreal's Winter Survival Network. What's this massive underground city doing beneath one of North America's coldest cities? It's called RESO, Montreal's solution to surviving brutal Canadian winters. Back in the 1960s, architects began connecting buildings underground to create a climate-controlled pedestrian network. The system spans 33 kilometers, connecting 120 exterior access points across downtown Montreal. During winters, when temperatures drop to 30 degrees, over 500,000 people use this underground city daily, connecting 80 subway stations and housing 1,700 shops and restaurants. For Montreal residents, this underground world becomes essential for winter survival. People commute, shop, and socialize entirely underground for months. Have you ever spent an entire winter day without seeing sunlight? If you're enjoying these incredible underground discoveries, make sure to subscribe for more hidden places that most people never get to see. Number 5. The secret government hideout beneath England. What if I told you Britain built a complete underground city designed to house the entire government during nuclear war? It's called Burlington Bunker, one of the Cold War's most classified secrets. Back in the 1950s, the British government excavated 35 acres of underground space in the Wiltshire countryside. The facility reaches 37 meters underground and was designed to house 4,000 government officials for 3 months. In fact, it includes a complete underground railway station, BBC broadcasting studio, and the Prime Minister's private residence. The complex remained completely secret for over 50 years. Can you imagine being selected to survive underground while the rest of Britain faced nuclear winter? Number 6. Poland's underground salt cathedral. How in the world did medieval miners create a complete underground cathedral from solid salt? It's called Wieliczka salt mine, operating continuously for over 700 years. Back in the 13th century, miners began extracting salt, eventually creating a masterpiece 327 meters deep. The mine contains 245 kilometers of galleries across 9 levels, including underground chapels where everything is carved from salt, chandeliers, altars, and religious statues. The Chapel of St. Kinga has acoustics so perfect that underground concerts are held regularly. Would you trust walking through tunnels where the walls, floor, and ceiling are made entirely of salt? Number 7. Seattle's forgotten underground district. Have you ever imagined an entire city neighborhood buried beneath modern streets? It's called Seattle Underground, existing because of an unusual urban planning decision. Back in 1889, the Great Seattle Fire destroyed 25 city blocks, giving planners a chance to rebuild everything higher. The underground area covers 37 blocks of Pioneer Square, now buried 2 to 4 meters beneath current street level. In fact, it contains complete storefronts, sidewalks, and hotel lobbies frozen in time from the 1890s. Businesses continued operating underground for years after streets were raised. Can you imagine discovering that your modern city sits on top of a perfectly preserved ghost town? Number 8. France's secret medieval refuge. What's this enormous underground city doing beneath a tiny French village? It's called Naur, representing medieval Europe's most impressive survival strategy. Back in the 3rd century, Romans began quarrying limestone, but by medieval times, locals had transformed these into a complete underground refuge. The complex contains over 300 hand-carved rooms connected by 3 kilometers of tunnels hidden beneath the village of Naurs. It could shelter 3,000 people for months during wars or plague, remaining completely forgotten until rediscovered in 1887. Would you be brave enough to live underground for months, never knowing if it was safe to return to the surface? Number 9. Portland's criminal underground network. How in the world did a city build an elaborate tunnel system for kidnapping people? It's called the Portland Underground, or Shanghai Tunnels, representing one of America's darkest urban legends. Back in the 1850s, these tunnels connected basements to the waterfront for the illegal practice of Shanghaiing. The network spans several city blocks, 4 meters underground, containing holding cells, trapdoors, and secret passages. Thousands of men allegedly disappeared through these tunnels between 1850 and 1941, drugged and sold to ship captains. Can you imagine living in a city where walking into the wrong basement could mean waking up on a ship bound for China? Number 10. Italy's volcanic underground labyrinth. What if I told you an entire Italian city sits on a massive underground labyrinth carved from volcanic rock? It's called Orvieto Underground, continuously expanded for over 2,500 years. Back in Etruscan times, residents began carving tunnels directly into the volcanic tuff cliff. The network contains over 1,200 tunnels, wells, and caves beneath medieval Orvieto, reaching 40 meters underground and covering nearly the entire city above. Every building has underground chambers. Residents have been digging for 25 centuries. Would you trust living in a city where every building sits on a 2,500-year-old underground maze? Number 11. Scotland's hidden underground chambers. Have you ever imagined that beneath Edinburgh's Royal Mile lie forgotten chambers that housed thousands? It's called the Edinburgh Vaults, built into the South Bridge arches back in the 1780s to maximize urban space. The vaults contain 120 rooms, 6 meters underground, functioning as workshops, storage, and illegal taverns. By the 1820s, they housed Edinburgh's poorest residents, entire families living in dark, damp chambers with no natural light. Can you imagine raising children in underground chambers where sunlight never reached? Number 12. Ethiopia's rock-hewn underground marvel. What's this incredible underground church complex carved from solid volcanic rock? It's called Lalibela, representing Christianity's most ambitious underground achievement. Back in the 12th century, King Lalibela ordered an entire pilgrimage site carved downward into bedrock. The complex contains 11 rock-hewn churches, each carved as a single piece from solid volcanic tuff. The Church of St. George reaches 15 meters deep, carved as a perfect Greek cross, visible only from above. Would you attempt to carve an entire cathedral from solid stone using only 12th century hand tools? Which of these underground cities has surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button if you're learning something incredible. Number 13. NORAD's impenetrable mountain fortress. How did the US military build a complete city inside a mountain designed to survive nuclear war? It's called Cheyenne Mountain Complex, protecting North American airspace since 1966. Engineers blasted 693,000 tons of granite to create this underground fortress. The facility sits 610 meters inside Cheyenne Mountain, protected by 25-ton blast doors. The entire complex sits on massive steel springs to absorb nuclear shock waves, housing 1,000 personnel with independent power, water, and air systems. Can you imagine your job requiring you to work inside a mountain, knowing that if you're needed, the world above might not exist anymore? Number 14. Japan's underground flood defense cathedral. What if I told you Tokyo built a massive underground cathedral to prevent the city from drowning? It's called the Metropolitan Area Outer Underground Discharge Channel, completed in 2006 to protect 13 million Tokyo residents from catastrophic flooding. The main chamber reaches 59 meters long, 25 meters wide, and 18 meters high, supported by 59 concrete pillars weighing 500 tons each. The system can pump 200 tons of water per second through 6.3 kilometers of underground channels. Would you trust your city's survival to an underground cathedral that fights water with water? Number 15. Finland's nuclear bunker wonderland. Have you ever imagined an underground city designed to house an entire European capital during nuclear war? It's called Helsinki Underground City, representing one of the world's most comprehensive civilian defense systems. The network contains over 400 underground facilities covering 9 square kilometers, capable of sheltering 600,000 people, Helsinki's entire population. These spaces function as shopping centers, swimming pools, and sports facilities during peacetime. Can you imagine your local mall being designed to protect you from nuclear war while you're buying groceries? Number 16. Russia's secret Metro 2 military network. What's this mysterious underground railway beneath Moscow that officially doesn't exist? It's called Metro 2, rumored to be a secret transportation network for Russian leadership since Stalin's era. The rumored network spans 4 lines covering over 200 kilometers, connecting the Kremlin, FSB headquarters, and underground bunkers. Despite decades of rumors, the Russian government has never officially acknowledged its existence. Would you believe that world leaders have their own secret underground transportation system? Number 17. Kansas City's business underground empire. How did abandoned limestone mines become one of America's largest underground business districts? It's called Subtropolis, housing over 1,000 businesses beneath Kansas City, Missouri. The complex covers 1,100 acres underground, maintaining 18 to year-round. It once stored 50,000 tons of government cheese and now houses everything from classic cars to Fortune 500 corporate records. Can you imagine your daily commute involving driving into a cave to reach your underground office? Number 18. Turkey's underground city network. What if Derinkuyu connects to other underground cities through 8-kilometer tunnels? It's called the Cappadocia Underground Network, where 36 underground cities connected by tunnels allowed 20,000 plus people to move unseen between locations. The network includes Kaymaklı Underground City with 8 levels housing 3,500 people. Residents could evacuate from one underground city to another if enemies discovered their location. Would you trust your survival to underground tunnels connecting multiple hidden cities? Number 19. Vietnam's guerrilla tunnel warfare city. Have you ever imagined an underground city designed for warfare that helped defeat the world's most powerful military? It's called the Cu Chi Tunnels, stretching 250 kilometers with 3 levels housing 16,000 people during the Vietnam War. Vietnamese fighters could live, plan attacks, and recover without ever surfacing. The tunnels included hospitals, schools, kitchens, and entertainment areas, a complete underground society. Can you imagine fighting an enemy who could disappear into the ground and emerge anywhere across hundreds of kilometers? Number 20. Romania's underground aircraft factory. What's this massive underground airplane factory doing beneath Romania? The Salina Turda complex was converted from a salt mine into aircraft manufacturing during W.S.An, reaching 112 meters deep with an 87-meter diameter. Today, it's an underground amusement park with boat rides, a Ferris wheel, and sports courts inside the massive salt chamber that once built warplanes. Would you ride a Ferris wheel 112 meters underground in a chamber that once built military aircraft? Number 21. Mexico's sacred underground river cathedral. How did ancient Mayans build temples around underground rivers? The Yucatan Peninsula contains over 6,000 cenotes connected by 350 kilometers of underwater cave systems, reaching depths of 100 meters with crystal clear water. For ancient Mayans, these underground rivers were sacred portals to the underworld where they conducted human sacrifices and communicated with gods. Would you dive into sacred underground waters where ancient civilizations believed gods lived? Number 22. Gibraltar's military rock fortress. What if the rock of Gibraltar is hollow with 52 kilometers of military tunnels? The Great Siege tunnels represent 300 years of military excavation, reaching 270 meters inside the rock and sustaining 16,000 troops during warfare. General Eisenhower planned the North African invasion from offices carved inside the rock, the most secret Allied operations coordinated from chambers enemies could never locate. Can you imagine planning continental invasions from offices carved inside an indestructible mountain? Number 23. South Africa's diamond mining underground empire. Have you ever imagined an underground city built around the world's most valuable diamond mines? Kimberley Underground represents the deepest human excavation in history, reaching 1,097 meters below ground, with 50,000 miners at its peak. The Big Hole alone removed 22.5 million tons of earth and produced 2,122 kilograms of diamonds, creating underground railways and processing facilities hundreds of meters down. Would you risk working 1,000 meters underground searching for diamonds in tunnels that could collapse? Number 24. Switzerland's civilian nuclear bunkers. What's this massive shelter network doing beneath neutral Switzerland? The Swiss civil defense system contains over 300,000 bunkers with capacity for 8.6 million people, 114% of Switzerland's population, with every citizen guaranteed underground shelter within 10 minutes. Many bunkers serve as wine cellars and storage during peacetime, but Swiss law requires all bunkers maintained for nuclear readiness. Would you feel safer knowing every person has guaranteed access to a personal nuclear bunker? We're almost done with our underground journey. Make sure you're subscribed for more hidden worlds in upcoming videos. Number 25. China's underground shopping megalopolis. How did Beijing build the world's largest underground shopping district connected to nuclear bunkers? The underground city shopping network spans 20 square kilometers beneath Beijing's central districts, housing over 4,000 shops and restaurants in converted Cold War tunnels. The network serves over 1 million customers daily, connecting subway stations, hotels, and government buildings through tunnels originally designed for nuclear war survival. Can you imagine your favorite shopping mall built inside tunnels designed to protect millions from nuclear war? From ancient Turkish cities protecting 20,000 people to modern Swiss bunkers sheltering entire nations, these 25 underground cities prove humanity's greatest achievements often lie hidden beneath our feet. We've discovered nuclear bunkers, ancient religious sites, and commercial districts built inside former Cold War tunnels. These hidden cities reveal our incredible adaptability. Whether fleeing warfare, surviving nuclear threats, or escaping harsh climates, humans consistently build downward when surface life becomes impossible. Next time you walk down any street, remember you might be stepping over ancient tunnels, Cold War bunkers, or underground districts housing thousands. The real question isn't what's above ground, it's what incredible achievements are hidden beneath your feet. Thanks for joining this underground journey. Subscribe for more secret places that governments and nations prefer to keep hidden. Which underground city would you most want to explore? Let me know in the comments.